Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Wrestling Fluency. We are starting the year off 2022 with a bang. I am your host, the king of Pennsylvania Strong Style, the moneymaker heartbreaker, $1 Million Matt. And I am once again being joined by my podcast tag team partner and co host,
the Alabama Slammer, Brandie. Hey, Matt, how you
woohoo!
doing?
All right, how about yourself? How was your holiday and all?
Oh, busy and a little exhausting, but good. I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, same here. I don't blame you. Mine was pretty relaxing for the most part, which is the reason why we took a while for us to get another episode. We apologize.
Yeah, I'm going to take responsibility for that. During the last month,
Hmm.
first of all, we had a podcast episode and I lost it. So hopefully I can find it. If not, sorry. But so we had an episode that was supposed to go out, but then like not January, but December was so full with the holidays. And then for me, it was finals and I was way behind in school. But we just had a long conversation before coming on where I was like, Matt, I'm going to do better this year. So guys, you can hold me to it. I'm going to try real hard. I'm not going to even say try. I'm going to do better this year. So you can look forward to getting more consistent content from Wrestling Fluency because Brandie is trying to get her ish together and she is going to get her ish together.
Right, right. And I was going to say, so is $1 Million Matt. And I was going to say, on that note, a little off topic and a little bit of segue. So let me ask the people, what are your 2022 resolutions and goals? Feel free to comment down below. We'll talk about it, and more than likely we'll weigh in, and we won't, I don't know if we'll have any helpful advice, but we can try to guide you in the right direction if we can. But if not,
if all else fails, you'll have our support.
yep, exactly. You'll have the support system because the Wrestling Fluency community has got your back, my friends.
Woo! Yeah, and you know what? This year we have some really exciting stuff we're trying to do with the channel. So that's kind of like it's like our channel has and our podcast has 2022 goals as well and resolutions. So hopefully as soon as the next episode we'll have some kind of stuff to update you on. But as for now, just know that you have my solemn vow to bring you content.
Yep. As long as you are demanding it, we are supplying it. We got
Yeah.
y'all.
And thank you for demanding it. That's really all as two people who do podcasts we can ask for is a community that want to hear us talk and want to engage with us in these conversations. And to know there are people out there that are like, where the heck is y'all's next episode? It's very heartwarming and very validating. So thank you for that.
Yep. And we appreciate y'all, and we appreciate y'all rocking with us, and hopefully you continue to rock with us for quite some time.
Those of you who have stuck it out through these bumpy first goes, you're gonna reap the rewards of that this year. We're gonna make sure of it.
Oh, absolutely. We got y'all. We definitely got y'all on that. No question about that. But
For sure.
anyway, shall we go into our topic, Brandie?
Take it away, Matt. It's your show, baby.
All right. So here's why I really love the state of wrestling and the state it's in right now, because it seems like the forbidden door seems to get opened, and on recent events that door has also been opened, especially regarding a certain pay-per-view event coming up this month. I'm not sure if you know, Brandie, but Mickie James is making her appearance in the Royal Rumble, although contracted by Impact. But I haven't looked
I
into.
saw that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't looked into too much detail with it, but I was like, wow, that's dope. Can't get mad at that.
No, you can't. I was very pleased to see that.
Yeah, yeah, it's good that we can actually, instead of being just a certain performer being pretty much subjected to a certain territory or just put in that box or pigeonholed into that box where they're just a WWE performer or they're just an Impact performer or they're just an AEW performer.
Yeah,
But
we really gotta. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, we really gotta give love to AEW for opening the Forbidden Door.
Yep, exactly. And that's what we're looking to do here in Wrestling Fluency. And bringing me to our topic, we are going to take that Forbidden Door and kick it down.
Break it down.
And we are going to do that on our current topic, which is, and every wrestling fan has done this. Don't tell me you haven't, because you have. Dream matches and feuds. Yeah. So I got a few in mind. Me and Brandie came together with this idea and we were cooking it up and we thought it'd be really fun and I think y'all are going to enjoy. So if y'all have any dream matches or anything that we might have missed, please feel free to mention in the comments.
Yes.
Because we are an open discussion community here and we want to keep it that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, I was going to say, shall I be a gentleman and let you go first, or did you want me to spout off?
That's okay, Matt. Set the tone.
All right, I will set the foundation, be the leadoff hitter. So one of my dream matches that I would really love to see, and I'm sure I'd probably see it at some point, and I've been wanting these guys to lock horns since they were both signed by WWE, and that would be Malachi Black versus Killer Cross.
Malachi Black versus Killer Cross. Yeah, that would be an excellent match.
Yeah, I honestly think those two, with them having an MMA influence wrestling style, plus their dark gimmicks, call me crazy, but I kind of see that being like the new Kane versus the new Undertaker.
Ooh, yeah, I could definitely have that kind of big energy kind of deal.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was really disappointed about this, and I'm not going to try to grieve about it, but fact of the matter is, I could have really seen this as an actual WrestleMania match. This could have definitely had some money in it, in my personal view and in my personal opinion. Just like it could have been done artistically great. I mean, I could have seen Killer Cross coming down with Scarlett. I could have seen Malachi Black with his real life wife Zelina Vega, kind of with like a dark Queen of the Damned kind of gimmick. Like, I honestly think it could have been really tastefully done.
Oh, for sure. I just wish they would cash in on Zelina being like Queen of the Damned. She's just so perfect for that.
Yep, exactly.
Because it's an extension of just who she is, as in what she's interested in.
Yep, exactly. I mean, she's a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. There's a slight delay on my end, so I cut you off.
Oh, it's all good.
The day that she and her husband are together on the same show, it's going to be a great time.
Oh yeah, definitely. And although I will say I do love the Queen Zelina Vega gimmick, but I was really hoping she would have signed with AEW, and maybe she could have been part of the whole thing that's in development. From what I heard, the House of Black.
Ooh, yeah.
I think honestly that would have been awesome.
Yeah, it really would. And you know what? Actually, just to talk about Malachi Black for a second, did you see that he did an interview? Now I didn't read the interview, but he did do an interview where he talked about how they've missed the mark with his character a little bit in AEW.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard on multiple interviews that
Oh. I think I lost you there, Matt.
So this is basically what I was thinking, especially with Malachi Black and the fact that WWE has really dropped the ball on him. And I'm not going to go in on WWE and make a wrestling grievances part 2 and 3 like we normally do. But yeah, I definitely seen it, Brandie, where they really missed the ball on this guy, and he was definitely money and a big name draw, or could be a big name draw, in my personal opinion, if you just got him in the right feuds and got him in a storyline that actually mattered and people would invest in.
Yeah. AEW, though they don't do it as bad as WWE does it, which that might just be because they haven't been around as long. They don't bury people, but they do tend to miss the mark and kind of mismanage their people at times on some things. But the thing that I've noticed is like AEW, Tony Khan and them seem to be more open to taking the feedback of like the fans and trying to adjust their show where they can see, oh yeah, this is a valid point, versus WWE that says, yeah, we hear you, we just don't care.
Yeah, exactly. You're not making us money, so really your opinion, you could believe it matters or have the belief that it matters, but technically at the end of the day it doesn't matter.
For sure. Faux show, my friend. So that was a good one. Malachi Black and the like.
And Killer Cross.
Thanks. I forgot his name for a second. I was like,
Yep. And I was gonna say, let's talk about Killer Cross real quick on this segue. So Killer Cross, to me, I didn't see too much of him on Impact. I mean, I seen him here and there. I knew he was a big deal there. But when he got to NXT and did his entrance with Scarlett, with her singing, I was like, wow, this dude is money. Like, that's the next superstar right there. Just like the same feeling I had when I seen Velveteen Dream after Velveteen Dream pretty much was gone and Keith Lee was on his way to the main roster. I was like, that's your next superstar right there. And God bless Leon Ruff. Poor guy. He took a pounding and a beating.
That he did. Just a sidebar there. Is that Scarlett singing on that track? That place? Is that her?
I think I've seen in oral sessions with Renee Young where she actually did record that, and that was actually her singing.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and I think from what I understand, before she got involved with wrestling, she was doing theater.
I can believe that because their entrance was very theatrical and very cool. Well, cool. That's neat to know. I didn't realize that was her singing.
Yep. So I as soon as I heard that, I was like, that makes sense. That's pretty awesome.
I'm into it.
Yep. But oh my God, don't even get me started on that. But bottom line is, this whole feud, that putting them two together in the ring, and on top of that, feuding into a big pay-per-view event, that would definitely be big time money. And I think, as Tony Schiavone would say, it would put ass in seats.
Do you know what would be cool if they did that? They had the match and stuff, and afterwards the story could be that from the, like, they just have this big brutal battle, and then at the end they have like mutual respect for each other and they become like a team. Yeah. Or allies, not so much like a team. Yeah.
Or form a stable, kind of like a Ministry of Darkness 2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah, but call it something dope as hell.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be, but it would be cool.
Yep. Yep.
I'm here for it. I like it.
Yep. Totally. But I was gonna say, would you care to name a match, or did you want me to keep going?
I will throw one. I think I mentioned it earlier, but we had a little technical snafu in the middle of this, so it's been a few minutes since I said it.
Yeah.
But I have 3 matches. That's all I came up with. Sorry, everyone. But so I'm going to throw out my first match, and it's my teasing it, warming it up. And I think this is one that a lot of people have said, and no one's going to be surprised. But I really wish we could have got Sasha Banks versus Trish instead of Charlotte versus Trish.
Yes.
I think that like there's been so much teasing buildup between them and Rumble moments and Evolution that it's like everybody just kind of wants that.
Yeah.
Definitely. I would love to see those two go at it. I think it would be a great match. They're about the same size. I think they're about like maybe within an inch or two of each other. So it would be really easy for them to work off each other. Not saying that Charlotte and Trish didn't have a good match. They 100% did. But a lot of times when you get people close to the same size, you really get magic in the ring. So.
Oh, absolutely. And I was going to say, I'm not sure if you remember that one Women's Rumble moment where Trish was kind of doing the whole Sasha pose and like mocking her thing.
Yes.
Like, I thought that was awesome. I was like, dude, they should feud right now.
Yeah, that's what made me. I was like, I didn't even know I wanted to see this. But when that moment happened, I was like, yeah, I need to see this.
Yep, absolutely. And I think that definitely would have been a money seller, but man, that would have been a great feud. And on top of that, it would have been a great match because Trish Stratus is one of those wrestlers that you wouldn't expect to be able to work with almost anybody, but I think she can work with almost anybody.
Trish Stratus, when she first started learning how to wrestle, she wrestled with men. And then came in, started working with Lita, started working with Fit Finlay, started working with the fantastic women wrestlers that they had at the time. So she's had an experience of working with a broad range of different styled people, different sized people. And it really makes it to where she can pull a good match out of most people.
Oh yeah, definitely. And as soon as I seen Trish improve, I was just like, wow, my opinion of her has definitely swayed.
Yeah, I was not a Trish Stratus fan.
I was for my own purposes.
Different reasons. Yeah. I was a hardcore Lita fan, so I was never a Trish fan girl. I was never like, yes, I can't wait to see Trish, because I was a Lita fan girl. Like, and that's who I focused on and who I wanted to see. But just because I wasn't like her number one fan doesn't mean I can't go back and appreciate the work that she did. And as I got older, especially, I was like, wow, Trish she really got a lot better, and she really, really had some amazing moments. So.
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure, absolutely.
So that's my one, or one of my 3.
All right. I was gonna say, shall we switch gears?
Sure.
Because I'm looking to switch gears. Okay, so this one I thought of is actually a tag team, and since this is the Wrestling Fluency Fantasy Universe, we are going to bring a tag team back for the dead for one match and one feud. And that would be the Road Warriors versus, y'all know them as the Viking Raiders, but I'm calling them War Machine.
Yeah.
Rowan Hansen.
That would be so good. It would be like so Mad Max.
Yep, and just the fact that you have these apocalyptic Mad Max type warriors, I was either thinking them or Demolition, but I was like, dude, I think the Road Warriors are so clean with being a powerful and dominant tag team, very smash mouth. And same thing with War Machine, that I honestly think these two teams would literally have great chemistry with each other.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And on top of that, I really love Rowe and Hanson. I'm not calling them Eric and Ivar. Damn that. But yeah, I've always been a fan of those guys, and I'm not gonna lie too, Brandie. I wanted them running the tag team division. They were one of the teams I wanted to see run it all.
I think a lot of people were really disappointed when they were brought up and treated the way they were. But that's just become such a hallmark of how WWE treats people, especially their tag team division. For their tag team division to have been so quintessential to, like, especially the Attitude Era. And then all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden, but over time, it's like they just forgot. I'm like, did y'all realize that, like, Edge, Christian, and the Hardys and the Dudley Boys at TNA, that for a while they were carrying a huge portion of your show on their back?
Oh yeah, exactly. Especially knowing the fact that they had to pretty much top the performances of Austin and Rock and Triple H and Undertaker and Kane and Mick Foley at the time. So they had to step it up and literally steal the show, and that's what they did. In my personal opinion, on those pay-per-views at the time, when the Hardys and Dudleys and Edge and Christian were a thing, those were the matches I looked forward to, especially when they did tables, ladders, and chairs matches.
Yes, man. Like, that was just such a golden time for tag team wrestling.
Yeah.
And honestly, we haven't had a renaissance of tag team wrestling like that since it was New Day, the Usos, and who else? The Wyatt family and stuff, like that time when those were all feuding. That was, I was like, oh, so this is this generation's resurgence of the tag team division. But it's kind of faltered now.
Yeah.
I don't even know who the people,
really
who the champions are right now.
The Usos are the champions on SmackDown, and then RK Bro, Riddle, and Randy Orton are the Raw Tag Team Champions. Which I will say this, and I'm not sure if you'll disagree with me or not on this one, Brandie, but I actually really like RK Bro.
I can see why some people would. I just don't personally like Riddle, and I've never really been too big of a Randy Orton fan. So
yeah,
but
understandable.
I understand why people would enjoy seeing them.
Yeah, and they just kind of have, to me, in my personal opinion, that fun dynamic, and they mesh well together. Surprisingly, to my surprise, they meshed well. I just thought this was going to be a one-off. They're trying to redo the Rock and Sock connection.
Yeah. No, I understand, and I can 100% agree that it's a good angle.
Yeah.
I want to like Matt, but I can't.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't vibe with the, like, bro culture.
Yeah. I mean, for me, he honestly reminds me of like another resurgence of RVD.
Yeah.
But
it's the same thing with RVD. I didn't care for the bro culture with him, but I respected the hell out of him as a performer.
Yep. But I was going to say, personally, I'm a fan of him because he is one of my favorite all-time wrestlers from ECW. Yes, the Philly kid in me is coming out.
The Philly kid loves.
Yep. ECW.
It's like you can't not say it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I was going to say, back to our feud with War Machine and the Road Warriors. I honestly think Hulk and Animal would definitely mesh well with Rowan Hansen and just make a dope-ass, magical, smash-mouth freaking match where they literally just beat the shit out of each other.
Yes. It would be good. It would be
Yep.
really good.
Yep. I mean, the thing is, too, you got two powerhouse tag teams, which is rare to find.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because everybody has like one high flyer, one powerhouse, one high flyer, one powerhouse, or one technical wrestler and then one powerhouse.
You're very right.
Yep, definitely. It's just awesome to see wrestlers with two of the most similar styles and then they just come together.
I don't mind. When I was younger, I did not like, but now as an adult, I actually really like the Smash Mouth style kind of wrestlers. So, like the
Hmm.
Briscoes, for instance, I found them really entertaining. Love FTR with a
Yes.
passion.
It's funny you mentioned the Briscoes. I really love the Briscoes.
Yeah, they're great.
Hmm.
Okay, well, you want me to throw one of mine out there?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I
By all
came up
means,
with
friend.
this one while I was driving, and I was like, oh, I'm excited. Dream match would be a 3-man tag team thing, so like a stable versus stable.
Hmm.
On one side, it would be American Alpha and Kurt Angle. On the other
I
side, it would be Brock Lesnar, Shelton Benjamin, and Dolph Ziggler. So it's all like collegiate and Olympic wrestlers in one
yes.
3-way match. Could you imagine how freaking sick that match would be?
Oh my God, that would be dope. Just technical wrestling all around and
I
grappling
know.
and chain wrestling and holds. Oh
It
my
would be
God.
so good.
Oh man, I was going to say you blew my mind with that one, Brandie. I was just like, oh my God, that's great. I would have
Yeah.
never thought of that because a lot of people just think when it comes to wrestlers like that, they got to have one-on-one matches. But why not? Why not do what Brandie just did? Think outside the box and just literally knock it out the park.
Yeah, just be fun.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So when I thought of that, I was like, oh my God, I want to see it so bad.
Yeah.
It would be sick. It's got like personal rivalry history. Ooh.
Hmm.
You'll love to see it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure what kind of match you would make it, Brandie. I'm not sure if you would make. Well, you can't make it a street fight, obviously, because they're all three of them are all six men are technicians.
I would want it to be like a standard match, like where there was rules and stuff, so the rules could get broken and you could tell that story. Like
Hmm.
just making it a free for all.
Hmm.
Meh. It kind of takes away from some of the tension that you can build. So like just those being like pure wrestlers having like a wrestling sanctioned match, it would just be mwah, chef's kiss.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sounds delish for me.
Oh
So
yeah.
I may not have come with very many matches, but I came with a good match.
Oh yeah. That would be a banger right there. I could see that being really dope.
Well, all right, Matt, your turn.
All right. So switching gears, I'm gonna go to the women on this one.
Ooh.
I was gonna say, I hope you're ready for this one. Now, me personally, this is a bit of a new school match, and it's cross promotional. I myself would personally want to see. I don't know about anybody else, but I would really love to see Bianca Belair against the new TBS champion Jade Cargill.
Oh man. So visually, that would be stunning because they are
Hmm.
both such specimens of athletes.
Hmm.
Oh my god. My only issue is that Jade is a little green.
Oh
So
yeah,
maybe
she
maybe
definitely
like a
is.
year or two though.
Hmm.
That would be good.
Uh, oh yeah, she's going to be fired in the next year or so. And I will say this: I'm definitely surprised that when she tried out for WWE, that they didn't do everything in their power to try to keep her
I
because
know. It's
she just
crazy.
she just looks like a star.
Like $1 million. She's gorgeous. She's built.
Yeah, beautiful, charismatic.
Yes.
Could carry on a decent match if she's in with the right opponent that could challenge her.
Yeah, for real. All of the above.
Yep. I mean, like you mentioned earlier, Brandie, she's greener than goose shit, but she'll get better over time.
I don't even care. I think she's so visually interesting to look at in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Lately, WWE and AEW both have been getting such visually interesting women to look at because they look like real women, but they're like built like real women. They're not the Barbie dolls you're used to seeing. They're like they're athletes. They have athletes' bodies. They're thick from working out.
Oh yeah.
Healthy, like they look fantastic.
And there was another women's match that I was thinking about putting in there.
Ooh.
Yep. I was gonna say, now that you mentioned that, so I was thinking Jordynne Grace and bringing her back from the dead, the ninth wonder of the world, the legendary Joni Lauer. Y'all know her as China.
Heck yeah, dude. I love Jordynne Grace. She's one of those women that I'm like, yes, can we get more of this? Like, wow, she looks like a freaking warrior. And I loved China. I was so a China fan when I was a kid, which I think most little girls were. She looked like Xena Warrior Princess.
Oh yeah, definitely. And although people would say because she has muscles that she's built like a man, this and that, I was low key attracted to China. I thought she was fine as hell.
Yeah. Look, if you don't like her, that's fine. But you not wanting to have sex with her has nothing to do with her ability to be a good wrestler. Like that's my whole thing. I'm like, look, there's a lot of male wrestlers out there that most female wrestlers or most females would never, ever, ever in their life consider having sex with. But they would watch a show with them.
Yep, exactly. And that narrows out to my point. Good is good.
Good and is good.
And you can't deny good.
That's right.
But yeah, I could definitely see that that was another second women's match that I could see definitely be a banger, and that would be Jordynne Grace against China.
Absolutely.
I could see those two definitely just going power for power and just having a banger. And I'll tell you one thing about China. And I actually watched one of her matches in Japan not too long ago, her match with Masahiro Chono.
Yeah?
Wow. That was awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
I have not seen that. I'd have to see it.
I was going to say, check it out when you get a minute. It's pretty dope.
I will.
Yeah. I myself, I was just like, wow. I'm used to seeing her WWE stuff, but she really pushed her limit on this one.
Sounds good to me. I'll definitely look that up, Matt.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. And I was gonna say, you gotta inbox me and tell me what you thought.
I will. I for sure will.
Yeah. But anyway, I was gonna say, what's your third final match?
All right, my third and final match is a mashup, and you guys have to remember, I've watched mostly WWE most of my life, and kid growing up in the Attitude Era, but it was Stone Cold Steve Austin and Jon Moxley, as he is now as the Wild Thing. So badass Stone Cold at the height of his anti-authoritarianism, and Moxley right now, like at his Wild Thing anti-authoritarianism, versus current champion Roman and Hollywood Rock.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be awesome because you got the Samoan family, and I was gonna say Hollywood Rock. I will say this: that was my favorite era of Rock because he was just a complete asshole and a complete dick, and not to mention he has one of the best versions of the Rock's theme song that I've ever heard, where it has that epic intro, and then it goes into "It's cooking," and then it goes dun 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 dun.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun.
It was so good. Hollywood Rock, loved Hollywood Rock.
Oh yeah,
I loved to hate Hollywood Rock.
Oh yeah, who didn't?
Weirdos.
Yep. Hey, easy, big fella, easy. Ah man, when you did that whole segment with Hurricane, that was hilarious.
I remember one of my friends telling me one time during a particular lull in WWE, he's like, I'm watching SmackDown for the Hurricane.
Nice. That's pretty awesome.
I'm like, shout out to the Hurricane for carrying SmackDown during a time.
Oh yeah. What's up with that? Oh yeah.
Well, that's all. That's all I got.
All right.
What else you got?
I was gonna say, so I got a couple more. All right. This one, honestly, I really want to see. And once again, I'm going into the time machine. Yes, I'm going into the DeLorean. We don't need roads where we're going. But I would really love to see this match. And that would be the legendary Owen Hart versus the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
That match.
So good.
That match would be money. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking, but what about Kurt Angle? Dude, everybody has Danielson versus Angle as a dream match. This is a little bit outside the box because honestly, I think these two have contrasting styles. I mean, you could even put Danielson against Brett and it'd be fire. But I think Danielson and Owen, as Brandie mentioned earlier, chef's kiss. This would be dope. This would be a great match. And I honestly think it'd be a banger. I mean, can you imagine both of these guys hitting their top rope drop kicks and doing their kip ups?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and honestly, it would be an awesome match.
Absolutely.
Yep, I honestly think it would be great.
That's a banger. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely. So, all right, here's another one. Believe it or not, Brandie, this is kind of improvised, and I didn't put this on the list. But I was thinking this would be an awesome match. And it's involving two stables.
Ooh.
And we are going to go from a blast to the past. Evolution against the Hurt Business.
Ooh, yeah. That would be really good. That would be like the backstage segments would be like a TV show. Like, well, I mean, obviously it's a TV show. You know what I mean? Like yeah, I could just see it being so produced.
Yeah. And on top of that, these two having pretty much having the suit and tie gimmick, looking like $1 million, but also at the same time being the best. Just like could see Flair and MVP pretty much going off on promos on each other because Flair's the best on the mic, or one of the best on the mic, arguably. And MVP has great mic skills. Lashley against Triple H, that would be phenomenal. And Shelton and Cedric against Batista and Orton, that would be dope. So yeah, I think that'd be an all-around banger.
Yeah. I wish, man, all of these, I wish I could see them.
Yeah, I know, right?
Man, somebody go out here, make these happen. Anybody got a
Yep,
time machine?
yep, exactly. Matter of fact, why hasn't the time machine haven't been invented yet?
It
I mean, come
has.
on. Yeah, yeah, I know. Probably some kind of scientific area where they have a time machine and they refuse to share that kind of love with us.
They probably keep going back and messing things up, and they're like, oh no, oh no.
Oh no. So somebody got stuck in 1987. Time
Well,
travel.
come on by. I'm being born in that year.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. Alabama Slammer year.
The rise of the slammer.
Yep. Yep. And but anyway, on to that. This is another one I thought of. And this is a bit outside the box. One of my all-time favorites, Eddie Guerrero
Yeah.
against Adam Cole, baby.
Adam Cole, baby.
I, s- Somehow, some way, Brandie, I wanted to try to throw Adam Cole in there because he's one of my favorites in AEW.
Mhm.
Yep, but I could see him and Eddie having a dope match.
100% could see that happening.
Yep, yeah, I could see it being so good. I mean, frog splash for super kick, last call. Although more than likely, I could probably see Eddie putting over Cole, but I still think it'd be a dope match.
I do too. I think it would be a great match.
hmm But anyway, this is actually going to be the last match that I'm thinking of. A bit cross promotional,
Okay.
and this is involving two powerhouses. Well, one is a powerhouse, but he's also a bit of a hybrid. And this dude is a straight powerhouse who I could definitely see as a world champion at some point. But I would like to, I would like to mention these two, and that would be Keith Lee and Wardlow.
Yes. That would be a fantastic match.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. Like I said, two powerhouses. One's a hybrid. The other one is just straight power. But either way, I could see these two have a banger of a match. And that's mostly what I wanted to put on this list. I wanted to put mostly bangers to where I could see two of whichever performers or teams would have the great chemistry. Even the one that I just named right off the list or wasn't even on the list, just right off the top of my head, I could see be great matches or have great matches rather. But yeah, but on to this, Brandie, and I want to challenge your thinking a bit. But I was going to say, what match do you think needs to happen? And it could be from AEW or WWE or Impact or anything, anything you might be thinking of.
What match needs to happen?
I was going, or I was going to say, better off yet, what match needs to happen in 2022 and then on.
Oh, out of the ones we listed?
I was going to say you could. You, I was going to say you could name that off, or I was going to say, or if you're thinking outside the box like myself,
Um,
I was going to say it don't matter.
I'm gonna go with the one that I think would be most likely to happen, and I hope will happen soon, and that's going to be Malachi Black versus Karrion Kross with Scarlett.
Yep. And we're praying Queen Zelina.
Queen Zelina!
Yep. I was going to say, one can hope. My fingers crossed. My fingers are really crossed for that, no pun intended, for that match to actually happen.
Same.
Yep.
That would be amazing.
Yep. Me, myself on that, I was definitely in agreement with you on that myself. But let me really, really take a deep dive into this.
Okay.
So, I personally would love to see this match happen this year. And that would be, and it's not a match that I even named or even have on the list, but I really want to see Bryan Danielson take on the up-and-coming AEW phenomenon known as Hook, Taz's son.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be good.
Yep. I was going to say, Hook looks really good so far, but give him time within a year or so. I could see him mixing it up with American Dragon and many others that are in the top tier of AEW.
For sure. AEW, you have so much potential. Don't mess it up.
Yep, exactly. Don't ruin it. I was going to say, on the WWE side, I was thinking about this, and there are also this match is not also on the list, but I'd really love to see it happen, and that would be the team of Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods go up against MSK.
Ooh.
I honestly, Brandie, think, although it might happen, it might not happen, I honestly think those two teams mixing it up, that would be a fun match.
Heck yeah. It'd be a good match.
Oh my God, I would probably have a blast watching that match. I honestly think it'd be a good time.
For sure.
Yep, definitely.
Well, Matt, we've been at it about an hour. Do you think it's time?
Yep, I think it's time we bounce out of here like a bad check, Brandie.
We've said a lot.
Yep, definitely. So, for the folks in charge of time travel, make this happen so we can make our dream matches happen. Then
make
we can
it
die happy
so.
Yep. Then we could die happy as wrestling fans. But all jokes aside, I really had fun doing this episode. I was telling Brandie about it. I literally felt like a kid on Christmas wanting to record this episode and put it out there for the folks, for the people, for the Wrestling Fluency universe.
Yes. Well, I guess on my part, I shall say that I'm so glad everyone is still wanting to listen and we're getting people coming and being interested. And I hope you guys continue to stick with us because we just plan on growing more and having more content on a more regular basis. And soon I'm going to be trying to launch some community stuff. So soon the Wrestling Fluency community will have a lot of cool stuff to be a part of.
Oh, yeah. So I hope y'all get excited about it because we really want to connect with y'all and we really want your input.
Mm-hmm. And I want to take this time to also shout out Matt, who has carried this show, especially lately. So give Matt some love in the comments if you enjoy these shows and are excited to see new episodes pop up. And without further ado, Matt, would you like to lead us out of here?
Yes, indeed. And once again, everybody, thank you for taking time out of your day to check out this episode of Wrestling Fluency and knowing our dream matches. And like I said before earlier, I would love to know what your dream matches are in the comments, even if it's ones that we missed. We would love to know your input, even if it's somebody that's non-existent anymore or retired. Name it, because we'd love to know it.
Put it down there.
All right. So